Have you ever wondered what life in America was like before instant deliveries, apps, and automated everything? There was a time when people's jobs were as strange as they were essential, and each role shaped communities in ways we can barely imagine today. From streets lit by gas lamps to homes warmed by coal, everyday life relied on people doing work that now seems almost unbelievable. Today, we're stepping back in time to uncover 15 weird old American jobs that were real and wildly fascinating. 1. Milkman rounds before refrigerators dominated kitchens. The milkman was the heartbeat of morning routines. Glass bottles clinked on doorsteps, each one delivered by someone who knew your family's preferences by heart. These men weren't just carriers of milk. They were trusted neighbors, familiar faces who noticed the smallest changes in the households they served. In a world without smartphones or apps, the milkman was a link between community and routine, bringing freshness and reliability to doorsteps across the country. 2. Switchboard operator. Imagine being the human Wi-Fi of your town. Switchboard operators connected calls across towns and continents with a precision and speed that could rival any computer today. Each cord plugged, each connection made required dexterity, focus, and memory. They weren't just operators. They were performers, orchestrating hundreds of conversations daily, while the world depended on their hands to keep communication alive. And for many young women, this was one of the first steps into a professional career. 3. Ice cutter. Long before freezers, lakes were the supermarkets of ice. Ice cutters wielded massive saws to slice blocks of frozen water, hauling them to ice houses for storage. Winter mornings were brutal, with frostbite and falling ice as daily risks. Yet these workers sustained entire towns, turning frozen lakes into the cold supply chains that kept food and drink fresh. It was grueling, physical labor, but also a vital lifeline in a country before refrigeration became common. 4. Bowling pin setter. In bowling alleys before automation, teenagers climbed into elevated seats to reset pins by hand. Dodging rolling balls and falling pins, these pin boys mastered speed, timing, and courage. Their reflexes were legendary, their work invisible yet essential. Every strike, every spare depended on their skill. By the 1960s, machines replaced them, but for decades, these young workers were the unseen athletes of leisure, balancing danger and duty with remarkable agility. 5. Factory reader. Cigar factories in the early 1900s had a unique twist. Workers hired professional readers, or lectors, to read newspapers, novels, and political speeches aloud while hands rolled tobacco. This blend of labor and culture transformed long hours into shared education and entertainment. Lectors shaped opinions, sparked discussion, and brought literature to lives that otherwise had little access. They were human podcasts before podcasts existed, creating community through words and stories. 6. Elevator operator. Modern elevators feel automatic, but for much of the 20th century, they required skilled hands. Operators guided cars with precision, greeted residents, and ensured a smooth ride. They were part technician, part concierge, and part performer. In department stores or skyscrapers, they knew which riders wanted conversation and which wanted silence. These uniformed professionals were the human interface of vertical travel, balancing skill, charm, and attention to detail with every stop. 7. Typist pool. Before computers, large offices thrived on typist pools, rooms full of women turning handwritten notes into crisp documents. Each keystroke demanded speed, accuracy, and endurance. A single mistake could mean retyping entire pages. Supervisors monitored every word, ensuring efficiency in a rhythmic symphony of clacking typewriters. These women were the backbone of business communication, their expertise invisible but indispensable, transforming the written world with each keystroke. 8. Gas station attendant. Full service wasn't just a convenience, it was an art. Gas station attendants pumped fuel, checked oil, cleaned windshields, and even offered directions, all while maintaining impeccable uniforms and smiles. They were mechanics, customer service experts, and road guides rolled into one. From rain to blazing sun, they provided a human touch to travel, embodying dedication and hospitality in a way modern self-service pumps can never replicate. 9. Film projectionist. Above every movie audience sat a projectionist, orchestrating flickering reels with exacting skill. Splicing film, adjusting focus, and managing blazing carbon lamps. Their craft made magic appear seamless on screen. The audience never saw the effort behind the glow, but each perfect changeover and smooth transition depended on the projectionist's experience. It was precision, creativity, and vigilance rolled into one unseen performance that kept cinema alive. 10. Lamplighter before electricity brightened cities. Lamplighters walked the streets at dusk, carrying poles to ignite gas lamps. Their work brought light to neighborhoods, warding off darkness and danger. Winters tested their endurance, summers tested their diligence, and every glowing street told the story of their quiet dedication. They were the last link to an older, slower-paced America, preserving charm and safety one lamp at a time. 11. Newspaper delivery boy. The crack of dawn, a bicycle, and a bundle of newspapers. This was the life of the delivery boy. Each paper tossed perfectly to porches across town taught responsibility, timing, and customer service. In quiet streets, their daily rhythm brought news and connection to every home, shaping both the community and the children delivering it. These were often young Americans' first jobs, combining independence with purpose long before apps existed. 12. Library card keeper. Knowledge once lived in wooden drawers filled with handwritten cards, each meticulously filed by library card keepers. Every new book required precision, attention to detail, and dedication. A single misplaced card could hide a story forever. These keepers were the guardians of information, guiding readers through centuries of knowledge, preserving order in a world that depended on human memory and care. 13. Coal delivery driver. Winter homes relied on coal, and drivers were the lifeblood of warmth. Navigating streets with tons of fuel, lifting heavy sacks, and distributing coal to each home, they kept families cozy through harsh winters. Their work was grueling, physical, and vital, demanding skill and endurance. Without them, winter meant darkness and cold, a reminder of the human effort behind everyday comfort we now take for granted. 14. TV repairman. When a television failed, life paused, and the repairman arrived as a lifeline. Early TVs required knowledge, dexterity, and problem-solving to fix vacuum tubes and delicate circuits. They were doctors of the living room, restoring entertainment and connection. Each repair was a blend of technical skill and personal service, keeping the magic of television alive in households across America during its golden age. 15. Ice cream truck driver. The jingle of ice cream rolling through neighborhoods wasn't automated. It came from a driver who knew each route, each regular customer, and each child's favorite treat. These drivers brought joy on wheels, blending logistics, timing, and human connection into a summer ritual. Every cone served was a story. Every smile earned a memory, making the ice cream truck a cherished icon of old American summers. Final thoughts, and there you have it. 15 weird old American jobs you won't believe existed, each one a reminder of a time when human ingenuity, dedication, and community shaped everyday life. From the milkman to the lamplighter, these roles may be gone, but the stories and the people behind them remain unforgettable. If you enjoyed this journey into forgotten history, like this video and subscribe to American Restored for more tales of America's past. Share in the comments which job surprised you the most.